Hello, everybody. So I could not wait to get up to my library tonight. I had a suggestion from Noelle D9236 regarding Gypsy Rose, and I thought that was a great idea. I couldn't wait to do the reading. I think she's going to be a fascinating read. I haven't really looked too much into I heard that she's recently gotten out of prison. Um, so I'm just like so curious. I'm so curious about what's going on with her. I also just want to let you guys know that I have no preconceived notions. I have no opinions regarding her at all. Like I tell a lot of people, I believe people deserve a second chance, and I hope that she's gonna do well. I really do. So we'll see. Like I said, this is going to be a super interesting read. As I have had to say before, and I'll say now, this is for entertainment purposes only. What I say here in this reading is my opinion, and if this doesn't resonate with you, then just move on. So anyway, let's do this reading. I am super stoked. Let's see, Gypsy Rose, what's happening? Okay, I did shuffle a little bit before I started the video. Gypsy Rose. Now, if any of you are not familiar with Gypsy Rose, just look her up. I don't want to waste everybody's time by, reciting all that happened before in her life. So I'm kind of assuming if you're here watching this video, you already kind of know what's going on with her or what had happened in her past. So let's do this reading. So she's looking at the universe, the stars. Right now she's looking, that's the only thing, is seeing what's right in front of her, what's being offered to her. There's a lot being offered to her. It's overwhelming, actually, for her. The cross, the child, the troubled childhood, which we all know. This is just a verification that this is for her. Okay, I can already see stuff, but I'm going to wait. Oh, it's a lot about money. Come on, Gypsy, don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me. All right, I do have to mention something. So I do know that she had gotten married in prison. So the ring, see if I can get that okay. This is the ring, and directly underneath the ring is the clouds, which is doubt. Right next to the clouds. Right next to the clouds is the Cavalier. Oop, oop. It's the Cavalier, and the Cavalier is a decision made in haste. Met through letters or electronic means. That's the birds. All right, let's go on. Okay, the mountain is a long time. Means a long time. The mountain. Now the tower also means it's like a big institution. It could be a hospital, a government building, most likely a jail, because this is Gypsy Rose we're talking about. So she was in jail for a long time. So yes, this is definitely an affirmation that this is a Gypsy Rose reading. Oh, ho, ho. Oh. Okay. All right. Ah, Gypsy, come on. Oh, all right. Okay, so right now, and I'm going to show you some of these cards and my meanings to them, but then I'm going to do my method of where I kind of look into my third eye, my inner my inner self. I'm able to see these images. So right now I see lots of different things going on. I'm going to point them out. So this is the snake. This is something that has bitten her. It's venomous. Coffin is death. The snake also means hidden information, but only if it's near the book. And the book is right here. So it's diagonal from the book. Now the Lenormand Tarot, and like I said, I'm going to do another video on this, on how I do it. But the Lenormand Tarot is a lot like not just the symbology, but where the symbols are placed, above and below and side to side and diagonal, even on top, like a whole row on top. It all can be read differently depending on the symbol that you're looking at and the information you're looking at in regards to that symbol. Gosh, it's just kind of hard to describe. So, but I'll explain it. Gosh, I keep saying that, and I will. I promise I will. So let's go on. So right now she's pretty much on top of the world, but the clouds, the crossroads. So she's at a crossroads right now. This is the crossroads. There's a decision. So she's at the fork in the road, which is kind of obvious, right? She just got out of prison and trying to create a new life for herself. She definitely should have stepped more lightly, created less attention for herself, because this is going to bite her in the end. It will. I hope not, but it says here that it will. So the peace and tranquility, this is the lilies. The peace and tranquility is in the calm and the happiness is quick. It's not going to last very long. Lots of self-doubt talk. The immaturity in her won't allow her to reflect very much upon herself and how she needs to react better. So, which, I don't know. I can't really say that I blame her from how she grew up and, especially being in prison. So she's got a lot of learning to do, but unfortunately what's happening with her is that everybody sees her, and everybody will see her fall. And that is the worst, definitely the worst thing that could happen to anybody. So she's so popular right now, and good for you, girl, but that's a double-edged sword. Okay, so this is where you really need to watch your step, Gypsy. Watch your step. I don't like to see anybody fail, but you're definitely at that crossroads. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming. Gypsy, there's so much coming at you right now. There is a disruption. Definitely a disruption in happiness and what you thought you would be able to attain. you took for granted. And yeah, this was definitely taken for granted. All of this attention that was bestowed upon her. Now, if you remember in her life with her mother, she had gotten a lot of attention, even though it was bad attention, okay? But she was the center of attention because she was sick, right? And so she was getting all these gifts, these presents. This is mimicking exactly what happened to her when she was with her mother, to some extent. Now, I don't know if this makes much sense, but she's getting all of this extra attention right now, really for nothing. I mean, she was in prison. She, helped unalive her mother. And so there's also a lot of karma involved with this as well. Oh boy. Interesting. So she's still keeping secrets. Lots of secrets. I do believe that there's still, she has had a part, and more of a part in what happened with her mother than what she's stating. So, and I think pretty much everybody knows that. I think everybody intuitively knows that. I think all in all, I think both her and her boyfriend at the time should have been sent to a psychiatric institute, some other place besides prison, if you really want to know what I think. I know what they did was horrible, but they both needed help. They were sick. And, and the scary part is this. So now she's experiencing everything that she pretty much experienced when she was a child. Oh, you're sick. Oh, now you're famous. Let me give you fame. Let me give you all these things, all this attention and adoration. And when she was a child, she was getting the same thing, but for playing a part. So now, this is like a mirror, right? So now she's playing a part again. And in order to gain more notoriety, more attention, more gifts, and this is not going to end well. This is going to turn on her head. And this is a big deal, you guys, because now it's not just, if she would have just walked out of prison and started a life treading softly, excuse me, treaded softly and kind of, just integrated herself into society and didn't bring a whole lot of attention to herself, things would have been so much easier for her, because the same thing with the public would have happened anyway, but less people would be involved with it. Because, I mean, how many followers does she have? A lot. She's got a lot of followers. I mean, what was it like? Is it like 8 million on Instagram alone? That's insane, people. Excuse me, I'm going to take a quick sip of water. So, now I kind of want to touch on this guy that she's with. I don't care much for him. She's with him currently for like emotional support. She felt like she had to have somebody to come out, to the outside too. And she just really just rapidly jumped into this with this guy. It seems to me, it looks like to me. Excuse me. So this isn't going to end well for her with him either. So, they're going to split up. I'm not going to say exactly when. It's not going to be, I'll say, I'm going to be generous and say in the next year. And then he's going to come out with all these interviews about, actually, if people they're still at that stage where there's still some interest in her, but the interest in her has just plummeted. So at this point, there's going to be that people that are going to love to hate her. And these interviews are, he's a doofus. So it's not like he's not going to make that much more of an impact. But, this is something that he's going to do. He's sneaky too. He's just sneaky. Yeah. And then he's going to take half that cash that she owned. I mean, but by that time there's going to be a lot already spent. There's going to be a lot spent, and the standard of living is going to be so elevated for them both that they're going to fight over that money big time. It's going to be interesting to see. Now, with a child, I also want to state something here before I move on and forget. So, her mother, Gypsy's mom, had Munchausen's by proxy, which is, look it up. It's where the mother intentionally makes the child sick to gain attention, that, oh, your child is sick. So that's virtually what her mother did to her. So now let's go back to where Gypsy's, I think she already is. It feels like she already is gaining less popularity. The more she plummets, she's going to say, like online, she's going to say something to the effect of, I don't feel well today. And then everybody's going to come forward. Oh, Gypsy, if you don't feel well, get better, sweetie, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's going to instantly click with her. And I believe that this syndrome is going to be very easy for her to fall into herself because she was an experiencer of it. And not to say that all experiencers are doomed to repeat what happened to them. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying she is, though. She will be. So, excuse me. Another drink of water. It's really dry in Alaska right now. Makes your throat dry, your skin dry, everything's dry. So anyway, super interesting. I do not, okay, I'm just going to do a year ahead, okay? I do not see a child yet in her future in a year, okay? In a year, thankfully, because she's got way too much stuff going on. No, I'm actually going to back out of that. I'm going to say about 6 months, because I feel like she's kind of going back and forth on wanting a child. But she's also intuitively herself knows that she's afraid she's going to do to that child what her mother did to her. It's kind of like an alcoholic, right? An alcoholic's children have a tendency to be alcoholics as well. And I kind of liken it to that. And not, like I said, this is in her situation. I'm not talking about anybody else. So let's see here. What else do we got? Oh boy. Yeah. She's got no, other than just like, good for her, like traveling or whatever she wants to do eventually when she's done with parole. It looks like she's got some she can't like leave the States, but she wants to travel. She has all these ideas of what she wants to do. And hopefully by the time that they divorce, her and her husband divorce, and all that money is divvied up, she's able to do that. I hope that what she's going to do, because I want everybody to succeed. Even though I think she was part of a horrible scheme. I really do. Even though the mother was horrible, I don't think anybody deserves what she got, okay? I don't think anybody does. But I hope that she has plans for some other way of it having income besides just relying on people, just pretty much what she's getting is it virtually handed to her, right? This is what she's always been used to growing up. This is an exact replica of what she's been dealing with growing up. People, how is this not going to end bad? I feel so terrible for her because she's set up to fail. She's absolutely set up to fail. Yeah. Oh boy. Lots of despair. Yeah. Let me see what else we got here. There's a lot of karma issues going on here too. So, this is an unbalanced state of karma going on. So, yeah, I mean, just mark my words. So, I would say very, very soon, things are going to start sloping down for GypsyRose. And that's when she's really going to freak out. She's going to go back to her old patterns of self, and that was feeling sick. I feel sick, and then getting all this attention from the 8 million viewers on Instagram, if she still has 8 million by that time. And then it's just going to click in her. It's just going to click. And I don't trust her husband. I don't trust her husband at all. I think that he has ulterior motives with her. It's very strange. All of this is just fascinating and strange. And I am so thankful. This is a quick reading. I'm so thankful for Noelle D9236 for suggesting this. And if there's any other suggestions, because I like doing fun reads too, having unalive, ones. I can't say the M word, and I'm getting used to that for YouTube too. It's tough. I'm not kidding you. But anyway, give me a suggestion for a fun read now and again. This is like, it breaks up the monotony of going into the darkness and depths of the other stuff, So this was absolutely fun. Thank you for suggesting it, and I will see you guys later.